This is our computer system that monitors all the sensors that are put in the house. Here we're got the heaters going in the living room. You can see the ambient air temperature is 124 degrees. And it's shut off instead of 135, so the heater will not go above 135. The homeowner here has been doing some remodeling, so they've taken up some of the carpet. We have fans blowing along the wallboard area, along the baseboards. And they have some hardwood flooring that's stored there, which will be blowing and heat treating that. As we go around, the cupboards will be opened up and will blow into the storage areas. Then in the hallway, they've had a couple totes of clothing that needed to be heat treated yet. Sometimes we'll have the homeowner do these in the dryer. But we have strung them out on the floor. We're blowing fans across them, blowing the heat across the clothing. And then as we come in each time, we'll roll this clothing. And as we get done with it, we'll put it in the trash bags or back in the totes. We have sensors set along the walls. On the floor here, we have a sensor that sends a signal back to the computer outside there so we can monitor what the temperatures are at all times. So it continually records those temperatures. See the stored items they had setting here. This next room is the master bedroom. And this room was also done this morning. Like I said, they are remodeling, so they have the carpet tore up. This is a slab home. We had a heater sitting here at the footboard of the bed this morning, and we had a fan blowing heat. into this closet area and treating the drawers and the hanging clothing that was here. The homeowner had already removed the clothing from the drawers, and they had used the dryer, and they dried them, and then they had put them all in trash bags, so we didn't have to deal with that today. Where sometimes we come into a home and we end up having to take all the clothes out of the dresser drawers and lay it out on the floor in front of the heater and fans like we've done in the other room there. This is just a master bathroom, which we blew heat in here this morning. The bed, we have it stood up so we could blow the heat into the box springs. And this is a king size bed. It's a little harder to TP the bed, but a lot of times what we'll do on a queen or a full is we will take the box springs and mattress and TP them and then blow the heat down through the center. It would have been a little harder to do with this type of bed because it is a sleigh bed. And so the dresser or the nightstand here was also had a fan blowing on it, which the homeowner has removed everything from the drawers on this. This homeowner has done a little more preparation than some of them do, which makes it a little easier for us to do a good thorough job. This is an armor that we heat treated. All the electronics in the home, we make sure they're all unplugged, or we ask the homeowner to do that before we get here, and then we also check that so we don't blow a heat temperature on there that might damage any electronics. Room here is like a den, and you can see the fans are blowing a few pieces of paper around as we're moving the air. The bookcase will be moving and spreading those books apart as we go along to try to make sure that there's no bed bugs hiding in between there. It seems like we find a lot of bed bugs around the book areas. On the table, we'll be moving them around to make sure the heat gets under them and thoroughly through them. Here they have a pet bed, which we've had them, all the pets are removed. We'll also make sure they have all their plants out of the house, and they've also taken out all of the old candles and stuff like that. And again, down here we have another sensor, where there's several of these strung out through this home in different areas. About as to what needs done. We always say welcome them to give us a call.